Last week, we managed to hit $200,000 within Red Dead Online. And this week, we've managed to hit 1,000 gold, which means I think I'm pretty much in a good position for the next update. So that is definitely something that's good in my eyes. But today we're going to be running through absolutely everything from the beginning of starting to get into a very, very good substantial amount of gold within Red Dead Online. If you do want to see any more content from me, there's a link in the description down below, which will take you over to the Twitch stream, as well as there is a Cyberpunk channel, and Cyberpunk is not too far away now. Links to everything can be found in the description down below. Things are getting more and more expensive in Red Dead Online. We've seen that going all the way back to last year with the Outlaw Pass, that #1 that we had, and seeing that it was 70 ranks for around about 35 gold bars, I believe it was. To now we've had an Outlaw Pass which is 80 ranks for 40 gold bars, and we've got another Outlaw Pass, the Halloween Pass, coming, which I'm actually not too sure how much gold it is, but I do know it doesn't even give gold back. So things are starting to become more and more expensive. And with that as well, we can look at the roles going from tier 1s to tier 2s. So we're more likely to have tier 2s in the future than tier 1s, and that will start to build up in gold, as well as we're also looking at other stuff that's not even Halloween passes or Outlaw passes or roles. Properties have been leaked to come to the game, and Rockstar themselves have even said that they plan to add properties in the future. And if that leak is true, oh my, that's gonna be a lot of gold, going anywhere between 50 gold bars going all the way up to 600 gold bars. And here on the channel, I don't just want the one. I want to be able to go through each and every property, reviewing it, showing you what's good about them, what's bad about them, and then throwing it off to you guys of which one you would prefer and whether or not it's actually worth being able to buy into. And for that, I need the gold to be able to buy into each and every property. So yeah, things are starting to get very, very expensive, and it looks like it's only going to get more expensive in the future. So with all of these leaks coming out left, right and center, it was pretty much a wake-up call for me to finally try and push for as much gold as possible. Before the Natchez update, I did say that I want to push for as much gold, and maybe even try and push for 1,000 gold before Natchez update, but we did not achieve that. And when the Natchez update did come, I did spend quite a lot of gold on stuff that I probably shouldn't have, but it was fun doing so. So over the last couple months, I've been working, grinding away, trying to push for as much gold as I possibly can. And we've gone from around about 500 to 600 gold all the way up to 1,000 gold. So I'm just going to be running through some of the things that I focused on. Hopefully it can help out some of you guys to carry on earning. This also isn't really for players that have been playing this game for a long time. You probably know all of this stuff, and it's just whether or not you're motivated to get the gold or not. And maybe some of you have quite a lot more gold than I do. But this is actually more for the fairly new players that don't quite understand what to do and how to get gold, and maybe those that are literally just starting out. So starting off, go through a land of opportunity missions. These missions don't actually give you that much, but when you do finally finish every single mission, you should have around about 10 gold bars, which means you're only 5 gold bars away from purchasing and going into your first role. With that, what I suggest in going into stranger missions can give you anywhere between 36 going up to 44 gold bars. Actually, I think some give slightly less, maybe even going down to 24 gold bars, but it all depends on how long the mission is. My favorite is Bonnie McFarlane. She has a rotation of 3 different stranger mission types, and most of them, I believe 2 of those 3 are actually 20 minutes long. So that actually gives you a very good amount of gold. And what you need to do when going into these missions is start them, but not actually complete them as quickly as possible. Take your time, go slowly. Rockstar Games, just in general, for, GTA and Red Dead, this isn't just a Red Dead thing, they reward players that play longer. So the longer it takes you to do a mission, the more money, gold and XP you get compared to if you did it quickly. So what you want to do to maximize profits is wait until the last 30 seconds, and that's when you can get the most amount of gold. You can also do awards. There's one award that I always do when starting a new Red Dead Online account, and I've done this many times now. We're into like double figures of how many Red Dead Online accounts I've started from absolutely nothing and tried to see where I can get to. But the award that you want to look at is selling 100 herbs to a doctor. Extremely easy. I set myself up in Valentine because Valentine does have a doctor there, and then I go over just above the oil fields, in which there's a row of herbs that you can just pick up and collect beside the oil fields and, you know, that open space, the train tracks, and then you have that tree line right beside it. Around there you can get so many herbs. Now when starting out, unfortunately you do not have a satchel upgrades, which means you can't hold too many. You need to do a bit of back and forth. But nevertheless, you're still going to be able to complete this very, very quickly. Completing that and then resetting it will give you 40 gold nuggets, which means you have to complete it and reset it quite a few times for you to build that gold up. But if you do this whilst going alongside stranger missions, so you're doing stranger missions whilst also trying to collect as many herbs as possible, well, you're starting to double up and you're actually maximizing how much gold you can actually make. At this stage as well, you also want to focus on daily challenges. But at the beginning, it's incredibly tough because you don't get too much. You get 20 gold nuggets and that's about it. And actually, you don't really get hardly anything because the only daily challenge you have will be the general and not the role challenges because you've only just started. You haven't unlocked any roles. So you're not going to be making that much at all. It's going to be incredibly hard. But in the future, this time that you're investing at the beginning is time that you're saved in the future, and also maximizing gold that way, because once you get it to 7 days, that daily challenge goes from 20 all the way up to 30 gold nuggets. Then you do another 7 days and you get to a 14-day streak. It goes from 30 all the way up to 40 gold nuggets per daily challenge. You wait another 7 days or do daily challenges for another 7 days. Don't wait, you actually need to do them. And you will take that from 40 gold nuggets to 50 gold nuggets per daily challenge for every one you do. That's the maximum. If you do another 7 days, that's when you take it even higher. And actually you don't, you get a treasure map. That's all you get. I've seen some people actually suggest that you go through 0 all the way up to 28-day streak, claim that treasure map, and then go and restart all the way back to the beginning. Do not do that. Do not do it whatsoever. Those people don't have a clue what they're on about. Because treasure maps, although are good and it does give you a decent amount of gold, the time that you're going to be taken all the way up to get 28-day streak and then only getting that treasure map to restart again, once you restart, you only get 20 gold nuggets. That's where you're going to be losing gold compared to if you carry on starting that streak or going through that streak, you will get even more gold for every daily challenge you do because you will still get 50 gold nuggets. So once you hit 28-day streak, claim that treasure map, get that gold from that treasure map, get that money from that treasure map, but carry on going with your streak. You won't get another treasure map from daily challenges because there's no other rewards from that. But you will continue getting very, very high amounts of gold for every daily challenge you do. So stick with it. Eventually you will get an extra 5 gold bars, and once you add that to the gold that you managed to get from the missions, well done, quick maths, you've got 15 gold bars. And now it's about buying into your first role. You have the option of the trader, the collector, or the bounty hunter. Now I highly recommend that you go into the bounty hunter. Reason for this, and a lot of people may tell you in the comments down below to go collector. Those people, I mean, they're somewhat right with it giving loads and loads of money, but unfortunately we're talking about this being the first role. And I've said this before, gold is more valuable than money. You can have all the money in the world, but unfortunately you need gold first, because the person that has $10,000 but has no gold bars unfortunately can't buy into that next role to buy all of the good stuff, because they need to get that 0 gold bars up to 15 gold bars. Whereas the bounty hunter will give you active gold. So that means every bounty that you bring in alive or even dead, you will be rewarded with gold. Now it's not too much, you might get like 16 gold nuggets, but that starts to build up and you get your role challenges, and hopefully when you've done that streak, you're now getting a very decent amount, more than if you were actually to go through the collector. So I've always recommend that you go for the bounty hunter first, because gold is so much more valuable than money. And that is actually the majority of the stuff that I've done on my PlayStation 4 account when going from 0 to being able to unlock every single role, and also go into the Outlaw Pass within a very short amount of time, with actually not even spending that much time streaming it or even play in it for that matter. You can also go into Showdown series. Showdown series, for me, I'm actually not too good at, and sometimes I only go into it to record footage. The only other time that I go into it for actively looking for gold is when there's actually a bonus. If there's double gold or even triple gold, that is when Showdown series is better than Stranger missions, bounty missions, and even some max streak daily challenges depending what the challenge is. There's some daily challenges that are incredibly easy. Like if you have to collect 5 herbs, that can be done so much quicker on the Showdown series. But other Showdown series, say collecting a player bounty, which I haven't had in a single year, probably not worth trying to do that one. Instead, just go into a Showdown series if there's double or even triple gold, because it will give you more gold for the time that you spend trying to do it. You can also get treasure maps. Treasure maps give you gold and give you money, and can vary between 60 gold nuggets going all the way up to 1 point some, I think it's like 1.7, 1.8. I don't think it hits the 1.9 or even pushes to 2 gold bars. I haven't seen that yet, but let me know in the comment section down below. But you can get a treasure map every 5 ranks, and between rank 10 and rank 100, these actually show up quite often because of how easy it is to rank up. Once you hit rank 100, it becomes a lot harder, and it makes more sense for you to start looting as many bodies as possible for there to be a chance that you can get a treasure map, instead of just focusing on trying to rank up. Because once you get even higher than rank 100, maybe even push to my rank, which is rank 400, it takes forever. It takes a very, very long time for me to be able to rank up 5 ranks just to get a treasure map at the post office. It actually makes more sense for me to try and loot as many bodies just in a chance of getting a treasure map. In the time that it takes me to get a treasure map for 5 ranks, I probably can get maybe 2 or 3 treasure maps from looting bodies. Like, that's how much of a difference it is. So at the early stages, just remember to do your treasure maps and, you know, take advantage of it whilst you can, because later on it becomes a lot harder. I don't believe that those are all the ways to get gold, but what this is the stuff that I focus on actively. I would always check to make sure that I was doing this if I was to start a new Red Dead Online account. Once I get to unlock every single role and I've managed to buy into what I want to buy into, then it's about building that gold up. In most cases, in fact, like 99% of the time, which would equal 99% of my gold, is daily challenges. Trying to keep that streak up. Sometimes I only do 1 daily challenge a day just to make sure that I'm keeping the streak. Some days I'm a bit more motivated, and what I will do is go through all the role challenges and maybe even some of the general challenges. If I manage to complete all role and also all general, I will get myself a total 11 gold bars for that day. For the new players that don't quite know what that equals, it equals a lot, quite a lot of gold within the game, because a tier 1 role will cost 15 gold bars, a tier 2 will cost 25, and a tier 3 doesn't even exist yet. So it means that within 3 days, I'm able to buy a tier 2 with 8 gold bars left over. But anyway, that is me making gold. This is the stuff that I focused on. Probably not every single way to make gold, but this is what I did, and this is what I do every single time I start a new account. If you do want to see any more content from me, there's links in the description down below, which will take you over to Twitch, will take you over to the second channel, which is all for Cyberpunk. Links to everything can be found down below. Let me know in the comment section how much gold you're currently sitting on, and also how much gold you're hoping to get with the next major update. The next major update not being Halloween, but actually being Christmas. Myself, I'm really trying to push for maybe 1,300, maybe even 1,400. If I can get at least that, I'm happy. I'm in a good position. And then it's also taken into consideration that November is going to be a very busy month where I probably won't even play Red Dead that much. Maybe, you know, Call of Duty Cold War, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Cyberpunk, PlayStation 5, and also Xbox Series X. That's a lot of stuff all in 1 month. I don't see where Red Dead's actually going to be able to fit in, but we'll see how things go. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.